and welcome to Museum of the Mind at Bethlem Royal Hospital. I'm David, the archivist at the museum, and in this series of videos we are looking at 5 writers who tell the history of the hospital.
In the 18th century, the hospital stood in this impressive building in Moorfields, designed by Robert Hooke. Its visitors would have been welcomed by the statues of raving and melancholy madness, who are still with us in the museum today. And, amazingly to us, the hospital did indeed welcome visitors up to 1770. It wanted to show people what it was doing to care for the mentally ill and to encourage donations to help it with its work. Bethlem was a charity and depended on these donations to keep going. The patients were treated by trained medical men who believed the illnesses they were faced with represented an imbalance of the 4 humours: black bile, yellow bile, blood and phlegm. Our second writer is William Cowper. This writer was one of the most famous of the late 18th century, best known for his hymns and pastoral poetry. Writing to his friend, the Reverend John Newton, in 1789, Cowper reflects on his experiences of visiting the hospital and captures the changing attitudes to mental health.
In those days, when Bedlam was open to the cruel curiosity of holiday ramblers, I have been a visitor there. Though a boy, I was not altogether insensible of the misery of the poor captives, nor destitute of feeling for them. But the madness of some of them had such a humorous air, and displayed itself in so many whimsical freaks, that it was impossible not to be entertained, at the same time that I was angry at myself for being so. A line of Bourne's is very expressive of the spectacle which this world exhibits, tragicomical as the incidents of it are, absurd in themselves, but terrible in their consequences. Sunt res humanae flebile ludibrium. Cowper's sympathy may reflect his awareness of his own mental health problems. He suffered from melancholia, what we would now think of as depression, through much of his adult life.